Jumping in the timeline, I wanted to ask you about a show because you told me that you played like South by Southwest and among other shows, among other festivals.
Yeah.
You told me a while back, and this I don't know when you told me. This was a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
You told me about a show that you played where shit went down. Shit was crazy. There was like a police or something involved, and you had a
That was last year.
okay, yeah,
I punched a fucking cop.
that's the one. Yes, I remember that. Okay,
And my friend DJ's black. Just
okay,
put that out there.
all right.
And
It's gonna be a race thing, people.
No, definitely. The thing is, like,
okay.
if you can imagine every Trump supporter, how they look and how they act, that's how the security looked and acted that day.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember the story.
But so they grab, DJ's up there. He's getting in the front of the crowd. Starts coming down. Before he's like, even like there, he makes it. The guy grabs him by the neck and chokes him. Now I'm not talking like accidentally grabs him by the neck and tries to like bring him down. He grabbed him, and I was there. I watched this happen, and so did people on the side of the stage watching the current band play. And one of them happened to be this band called Code Orange, who are pretty big too. And they even like went out to Twitter and sought DJ out and said, "Hey, yo, we saw what happened. We're not gonna stand for this bullshit. Is there anything we can do?" And so, DJ's tweeting about it on Twitter, on Facebook. He's all over social media about all this while it's going on. Mike Zimmer tries reaching out to him, and it's just a bunch of shit that went crazy. And then Code Orange reaches out to DJ. They're just like, "Yo, is there anything we can do at all?" And we saw what went down. Like we're here for you. We're supporting you. And they are one of the heaviest bands you'll see. And if you see one of their sets, it's basically like it's like death. You go into one of their sets, and if you're in the middle of the pit, you're as good as dead.
God,
you're
damn.
as good as dead. And I've been in the middle of them, and I know what it's like. And DJ's response to them, because they're asking, "What can we do for you?" And DJ said, "Start a riot, thin the herd." That's all he said. Start a riot, thin the herd, dot. Code Orange response, got you. So when Code Orange starts, they come in. Oh my God. This is how they started their set. The drummer, who's everybody in that band is a vocalist. The drummer is like the head of the band, the main vocalist. He's like, "So we heard what the fuck happened anyway. We saw it too. We're not gonna stand for that bullshit. If you see these fucking security guys not doing their job, check those motherfuckers." And like, they have no fucking right to be slamming down some 18-year-old that's trying to like have a good time. And he just started, psh, psh, and they play this like the same set every time they play. They've never played a different set every time I've seen them.
Okay, all right.
But they always start with one song called One World. One World. And it's just it's like, psh, psh, dun, 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 dun. It's just like heavy as fuck. And like the moment that started, like instant fucking like death and riot. It was like pandemonium. It was fucking crazy, and it was the coolest thing I've seen. One of the coolest
in the
things.
video. Oh god damn.
It was just like, he was just like, "Get the fuck up!" I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, I got in the pit for a good 5 seconds, and then I realized I'm gonna die, and I was like, I got the fuck out, because I've gotten in some crazy pits before too, and that was like the craziest thing I've seen.
So right now, after having all gone through all of that, are you still a recording? Are you still in a band, or are you just are you looking for a band? Like
no. My friend Eric asked me if I wanted to join his like shoegaze band, and I was like, nah, I'm just really not trying to commit to anything right now.
Okay.
But I'm doing my own thing.
You have to be an artist first. You got to be creative.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing my own thing right now, to where I'm just like on my own time, and I'm trying to like just make like rap music. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to make rap and trap music, like something that's really like popular right now, and I really like enjoy it a lot.
So have you learned like how to do a lot of synthesizing and stuff like that?
I knew how to do that stuff since I was like 15.
Damn. So you have like a lot of audio software then, like in your computer or whatever.
On my iPad, on the computer that crashed before.
Do you use Rock Band?
GarageBand?
GarageBand, yes. I'm sorry.
I use it now because I got that new iPad, and they have like it came with like the full $40 like updated version.
Mm-hmm.
It has everything you need, and like I was like, this is GarageBand. I was fucking surprised at how much shit it had.
Yeah.
I'm just making beats and stuff on it, like nothing. And
damn.
And it's not like nothing. It still requires all the like.
But there's a lot of.
It gives you the resources. Stuff. Yeah. It gives you the resources what you need.
And you know all the technicality behind it and everything.
And it sounds good. And I was surprised. This is my first time using it. I never used it before, and I was really surprised on the quality and stuff. So I'm like writing. I've been honestly, I've had this one track that I've been holding off. It's done. I've been holding. Well, it's not done. I have to do the audio, but all the production's done. Just have to record the audio, but it's just a diss track. So I'm anxious into if I should release it or not, because it's gonna start some shit, because it's some fire. And I'm not like, it's good. Like if I say the shit I say and like release it, it's gonna stir up some shit, and I don't want to be in the middle of all that, even though I'm the one starting it. But yeah, but
wow.
Yeah,
just throw some gasoline in the fire. Just
basically,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm still. I mean, I can release it if I'm gonna release it. Honestly, I'm going to. I don't care. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm really not doing much
on
right
iTunes, Bandcamp, SoundCloud.
Yeah, not iTunes. Never iTunes.
What? Come on, man. No. Okay, you know what? Here's the thing. Okay, I'm in the defense of iTunes. I'm gonna say this. Even though it sucks and they rip you a new one and they fucking rape you for all your money, by doing it, it kind of gives you an air of legitimacy by being on iTunes.
I guess.
There's like a pretentious,
but not really.
a pompousness that elevates you.
But
it's like anybody can put themselves on Bandcamp and SoundCloud.
Anyone can put themselves on iTunes too. It's the easiest thing in the world.
I know, but like
it's just as easy as Bandcamp.
It's like when saying like Musing with Menchaca, it's on iTunes. I was like, really? Like I had people turn some heads when I said that. Like, oh yeah. And even though it's easy as fuck to make an RSS feed, and Daniel Lima, rocked me through it, but you know what I'm talking about? Like it just has like an air of bravado to it.
Because that's why my parents, like when I was in middle school and my parents were like, Joel has a song on iTunes, and people would like flip the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I did too.
And I was just
there.
Yeah, you were just like, what? Yeah, I was like.
You were not impressed, but we were. We were like, yeah, to us it was a big deal. And when I tell people, I was like, I have a podcast on iTunes. Like, what? What the fuck? Like, really? And I was like, yeah. And then I pull it up on my phone. It's got my logo and everything. It looks so legit.
It does. It does have like that. I guess that air of legitimacy, but it's not like that where it's like. I mean, I know it's not legit.
I know, but
I mean, I know it's legit.
But it's like having a business card. It's like, you have a business card. He's like, yes.
It's like having a website. But it's like it's the full HTML, not .weebly or something else. That's what it's like.
But you gotta fake it though. You gotta fake it till you make it.
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
I'm just saying that's in the defense of iTunes. I'm just saying, and not to say. I mean, yeah. I guess.
I mean, yeah. I have an iPhone too.
Yeah. So
it's smashed.
Yeah. He loves it too much.
Yeah. I hug it. I cuddle it all night.
He got loved too much. All right. Well, is there anything else? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna end it. We're gonna. Did you want to end it or did you want to?
No. That was all the bands. We can keep going. We haven't. I mean, that was like that was us just naming bands. I'm not even out of my. We stopped. I interrupted you on the history part because you were in middle school and you were transitioning from you were in the middle when we paused that line of questioning and we went to your bands. You were talking about your Metallica phase and stuff like that. How you were learning how to. I was just playing okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that for the most part, I can sum up like all my middle school being that.
Okay.
For the most part, and then being in Cytosin and have the best experience in middle school. I still think even like one of the best, probably the best show I've ever played was I played my school dance.
What the fuck?
It was fucking crazy. And we're like,
how did you get booked? How did you book that?
I was like, not to be like, my school is very small.
Okay.
300 total students in the school.
That sounds like about its typical middle school, but yeah, that was
in the school. I'm talking like the entire school.
Oh,
like 80 students in my class.
Okay,
so
all right.
Everybody knew each other for the most part. So, but everybody went to the dances. Everybody always went to the dances.
Yes, and they talk about it in the following Monday or something like that. Yeah.
And so in our little circle of the school, everybody knew each other, and us being like the only band and like. Being in a band was cool at the time, so we were like the only people there that were in a band, and we could actually play full songs, so people were like really impressed because they didn't know any better.
Right.
And so we played our first show at our school dance, and curtains closed, everybody's getting ready in the back. We have like there's some pictures from the show, and I really hope
if you can text to me, I'll put it on screen.
They're on my Facebook, so I'll send them to you. But so we played our first show, and there's like we opened the curtains. Fucking everybody's like screaming and yelling because that Bite the Bullet song was already out and it was so popular within the school. Like everybody bought it. That's why we made so much money from the fucking song.
Oh my god!
We made as much money as we could from iTunes. But everybody knew about the song and everybody was like,
and you played it,
and we played like we opened up with it and that riff, like, when it starts, and it was just like, and then everyone's like, fuck, everyone's freaking the fuck out, and it's like, and I was vocal, so I'm there like, you know, with my mic, and it's like 300, and it's like, it looks like a fucking show. Like, it was a lot of people. It was 300 people in this, like,
you had that rush.
Small.
You had that rush. That feeling.
I was like, oh my god! And everyone's just like, me, Lambert, Scott, for my friend Nick, and my friend Aaron on drums, and then we're just like, oh my god, like, this is crazy.
Did it interrupt the show for you? Or did you just?
Dude, trust me. Like, there's a video because we also played a talent show and we won the talent show, and you'll see how I fed off of that because I jumped in the fucking crowd and like. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I gonna put the video in editing? Like, am I gonna put it on screen or?
I don't think that one's up anymore.
Damn it! I was gonna say. Damn it!
And there's no video from the actual. There was a video from the show that we played at the dance, but I just wish I could find. My friend Jonathan had it because this is. Let me continue with that story of the dance really quick because right. I want to make it as quick as possible.
All right.
So we play the dance.
Like, this is not gonna be quick as possible. This is a fireside chat. We're just going. We're just going as long as we want.
No, but so the first
milk it.
All right. So that first. So we play the. You know, we start that riff. Everybody starts playing. Dude, hold on. Let's see if this thing is on iTunes really quick. Let's just see. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, it's definitely on the internet.
Okay.
It's on Reverb Nation because I remember uploading it.
Okay.
But anyway, so we play the dance, and we start the first song. People are going nuts. It's fucking crazy. I'm like 13 years old. I can't believe anyone's like liking it, but it's awesome. And everybody like. And the thing is, I invited a lot of people outside from my school that I knew.
Okay.
And, like, some of my friends, and they brought their friends. So it was probably, like, 450 people there. And it was loud as fuck. Like, who knows if they even heard the music. Because all I heard was, like, scream. And the thing is, like, all the girls there, it was as, like, rock and roll as it could be because we had, like, middle school groupies or anything. Because everybody was like, you guys are so cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go hang out with them. And, you know, like, I was like, holy shit, like, this is crazy. But so we did that. We played 2 songs. That was it, just 2 songs. It was a dance, so they had a DJ and everything.
Okay.
But our principal was cool enough to let us, you know, play. And then fuck her because she was a bitch afterwards. But
okay.
So we finished that first song, and I don't know why we opened up with Bite the Bullet. We should just open up with a new song. But it's probably best to do that.
Because Bite the Bullet would have been a good closer.
Yeah, okay. But it's also a good opener because we also had 2 songs, so we can't like let's either the first or the last. Okay. So we did that and we finished the first song. Bite the Bullet's done. The crowd's going wild, going crazy. Shit, bouncy balls in the air, throwing fucking silly string confetti, and it's just like this is crazy. And we start our next song, and I wrote the entire song. Bite the Bullet was more like it was like a heavy, but at the same time it was like more of like it was a jam song. It wasn't like super super heavy. We had like one breakdown where it's like dun, 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 and it was like heavy. It was actually I like that riff to this day.
Okay.
But the next song was like fucking thrashy Metallica Slayer kind of thing, and that was all me. And people were like fucking started moshing and hitting each other.
What the fuck?
And so. We start that song, and it was like like squeals and shit, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I think I just started a riot because people were moshing and hitting each other and fucking stage diving and doing some crazy shit. And these are all middle school kids.
Oh my god!
So, and then my principal comes like so when like there's a heavy ass breakdown, it's like, and then it's trying to go into like a solo. And it's starting to like just pick up, and it's starting to get so much better. Like so, it was like a 5-minute song. So we're like at 3-minute mark, and people are still watching and going nuts. And as we're getting into that breakdown, going to the solo, it started like getting to like my principal came up to the fucking stage, takes the mic, rips it out of my hand, and there's video on that, but I just wish I had access to it and knew where the fuck it was because it's lost. It's lost.
Oh no, God!
I know. So she takes it, and I'm just like, you just see me go like fuck. And I'm just like, fuck you. And I flip her off. I'm like, fuck you. And I jump off the stage. And then they start kicking out all these people from the dance. Like a good 100 people kicked out. They're just kicking them all out. My friends, we were all outside. We were like, man, fuck this school. Fuck this show. And we were just like, at the end, like by the time it was over, we're just like, dude, we just pulled that shit off. That was cool. That was crazy. But I think that was like, if I can go back to any night in my life, it'd be that night. See, look, it's still on here. Look, Bite the Bullet on SoundCloud, on Zizu. This is Lambert's old SoundCloud. So like when you hear that, like
Alright.
people screaming, and then you hear this riff, like.
Put it up to the mic a little bit. There you go.
I don't want to hear the vocals though.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I can't not hear that. You guys.
Yeah. Okay. That's. I can see how that could start that could set a tone.
Yeah, and then we played that, and then people were going crazy, and
you had like a rock star moment at the age of 13.
it absolutely felt like the rock star moment. There's nothing. I still can't think of a show that I ever played that beats that.
Okay, well, see that, and there goes my question. So remember that. So here at the 1 hour mark, I'm gonna ask you that question. Yeah. I've been holding off on this one for the longest time because I remember a story.
Let's see. We're leaving off at middle school, though. I'm just saying like where we're at right now.
Okay,
we're leaving off middle school.
Leaving off in middle school,
and then we'll pick up.
Okay, we still haven't got to high school. Goddamn.
Well, high school is more. It'll go local.
Okay, all right.
There's definitely not as much crazy shit that happened.
All right. So jumping in the timeline. I wanted to ask you about a show because you told me that you played like South by Southwest and among other shows, among other festivals.
Yeah.
You told me a while back, and I don't know when you told me. This is a long time ago. You told me about a show that you played where shit went down. Shit was crazy. There was like a police or something involved, and you had a.
That was last year.
Okay, yeah.
I punched a fucking cop.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes, I remember that. Okay. All right. Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah, I'll tell the story.
All right.
So this is okay. I didn't play it, but I just went. It was South by So What last year.
Okay.
And it was the day like that all the hardcore bands were playing, like all the Texas hardcore bands were playing.
Okay.
Everybody from the hardcore scene was there. A buddy of mine named DJ. We're watching a band. I think we were watching a band called Kubla Khan, or it was someone else. I don't remember who it was, but the normal thing at a show, especially at big festivals, people crowd surfing and people just fucking crowd surfing, getting caught. The guys in the front, the security guys, your job is to make sure that they stay safe.
Yeah,
that's your job. That's what you get paid for.
Right.
My friend DJ is at the fighting for the mic, trying to get the mic, crowd surfing, makes it to the edge of the stage. And my friend DJ's black. Just put that out there.
All right. And it's going to be a race thing, people.
No, definitely. The thing is, like,
okay.
If you can imagine every Trump supporter, how they look and how they act, that's how the security looked and acted that day.
Okay, yeah. I remember. Okay, I remember the story.
But so they grab, DJ's up there. He's getting in the front of the crowd. Starts coming down. Before he's, like, even, like, there, he makes it, the guy grabs him by the neck and chokes him. Now, I'm not talking like accidentally grabs him by the neck and tries to like bring him down. He grabbed him, and I was there. I watched this happen, and so did people on the side of the stage watching the current band play. And one of them happened to be this band called Code Orange, who are pretty big too. And they even like went out to Twitter and sought DJ out and said, "Hey, yo, we saw what happened. We're not gonna stand for this bullshit. Is there anything we can do?" But I'll get back to that in here in a bit.
Okay.
So they grab DJ.
Uh-huh.
They don't bring him down. They grab him, basically choke slam him, but. So the guy, like, he literally grabs him, brings him, slams him, all right, so this is the guy, security, DJ's here in front of me. He grabs DJ by the throat, brings him out here. He literally has him in the air and grabs him, chokes him against the barrier like this, like, pushes him against, and then choke slams on the ground. His motion. It's not his natural motion because DJ's heavy. It's his motion, it's his motion, and he's slamming DJ to the ground. And from there, me and a good 100 other people stormed the barrier. We jumped over the barrier, and I picked DJ up. Well, a bunch of my friends picked DJ up, started pushing the cops, and I was just so in the moment. I just made a fist, and I just fucking punched this cop. And it wasn't because it was the police and the security in there, and I went for the police officer. I punched his ass, and I ran. I punched him in the face. He was like this. He just went down like that, and he ran. But it was just all in the heat of the moment.
Right.
It wasn't just so like they couldn't really see who the fuck it was and who punched who, and because everybody was throwing punches and we were all mad. We were all in the moment.
It was all moshy kind of.
But but it was just like that happened, and then they're kicking DJ out, and then they're like, "We're kicking you out of the show." They kicked DJ out of the entire festival.
Fuck.
And we're just like, "What the fuck?" And we're just like, DJ's DJ's walking out. We're just like, "Man, fuck this guy." And then like. Members of like bigger bands that are there like are looking for DJ there and like being like, yo, like we're here for you. Like that's what the community is about, especially with music. Like we can't. And DJ was the bassist in my hardcore band 4. That's like he's one of my good or best friends. Like that's why I was like so like in the moment about it. And then the thing is, it didn't stop there. This kept happening with other. There's 3 stages, and every stage someone kept getting hurt by the security. The security was not doing their job. They were literally hurting kids, like just trying to have a good time. And it was just like the craziest thing. To where we were reaching out, like we were looking for the fucking promoter, Mike Zemer, the head of Third String Production. We're just like, yo, fuck this guy, and he's not doing a thing about it. Like not doing anything about it. Basically, just kind of like rubbing it off like it's nothing. And so, DJ's tweeting about it on Twitter, on Facebook. He's all over social media about all this while it's going on. Mike Zemer tries reaching out to him, and it's just a bunch of shit that went crazy. And then Code Orange reaches out to DJ. They're just like, yo, is there anything we can do at all? And we saw what went down. Like we're here for you. We're supporting you. And they are one of the heaviest bands you'll see. And if you see one of their sets, it's basically like it's like death. You go into one of their sets, and if you're in the middle of the pit, you're as good as dead.
God,
you're as good as dead. And I've been in the middle of them, and I know what it's like. And DJ's response to them, because they're asking, what can we do for you? And DJ said, start a riot, thin the herd. That's all he said. Start a riot, thin the herd, . Code Orange response, got you. So when Code Orange starts, they come in. Oh my God. They damn, dude, I wish I had the video because I had to delete some shit on my phone, and I know I deleted some of their stuff.
Can you take some screenshots of the tweets and then specifically maybe even that tweet and send it to me?
Yeah. Damn, dude, they're like from a year ago. I can see if I can do it.
Well, whenever you have time, just anything that you send me, I can edit into the
the
video.
They said that, and so once their set started, this is how they started their set. The drummer, who's everybody in that band is a vocalist. The drummer is like the head of the band, the main vocalist. He's like, so we heard what the fuck happened anyway. We saw it too. We're not gonna stand for that bullshit. If you see these fucking security guys not doing their job, check those motherfuckers. And they have no fucking right to be slamming down some 18-year-old that's trying to have a good time. And he's not 18, DJ's 22. But in general, he's just like, no fucking kids. They're just trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
And so there's and he just started psh, psh, and they play this the same set every time they play. They've never played a different set every time I've seen them.
Okay. All right.
But they always start with one song called One World. One World. And it's just it's like psh, psh, dun, 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 dun. It's just heavy as fuck. And the moment that started, instant fucking death and riot. It was just pandemonium. It was fucking crazy, and it was the coolest thing I've seen. One of the coolest
in the
things
video. Oh god damn.
It was just he was just get the fuck up. I was like, oh my god. And I got in the pit for a good 5 seconds, and then I realized I'm gonna die, and I was I got the fuck out. Because I've gotten in some crazy pits before too, and that was the craziest thing I've seen. So it was just that's what happened, and there's all right, I'm trying to find then the herd. I'm just looking it up on. Damn it.
Hey, what's up, audience? So
I'm trying to look up that tweet, but it's gonna be hard. I'll try my best.
I'm definitely enjoying this. This is having a good time having this fireside chat. I've never done one of these before. I've seen Greg and Colin do these all the time, but this is me emulating Greg, and he's my Colin.
Greg to my Colin.
You're the Colin, you're the Colin to my Greg.
Yeah. No, anyway, yeah. So that happened, and it was just nuts. So our way of expressing our rage and our not rage but frustration is I guess getting into a pit and just fucking if you get hit, that's the thing. If you get hit in a pit, if you get mad at it and try to fight somebody, get the fuck out of here. Don't get mad when you're the one in here trying to do shit like that. If you're gonna be in one, be in it. So that was our way of doing it. And people, some people just don't understand why the fuck we do it, and they're like, "Oh, they look stupid." No, it's just the way.
I guess going into this another line of questioning is whenever you get into a mosh pit, what is have you ever felt it was that it was dangerous, or if you ever felt have you ever gotten a serious injury during a mosh pit?
Just got hit
a straight up
got hit in the face and broke my glasses and just had a big knot right here. But
damn.
But that's not anything compared to what I've seen people I've seen people
bleeding,
die almost.
Oh shit!
Because there's people called hate moshers too, who
like a broken nose.
I literally watched this girl fucking get her teeth knocked out. It was crazy.
Fuck.
And there's a video of it. It's on YouTube. It was at a fest I played last year. It's called ACAF. But yeah, so this band called Vulgar Display, who's from Texas here as well. They started their set, it was like middle of the set. Big hate mosher. Big dude just wants. He's just a big guy. He knows he's bigger than everybody else, and he uses that to his advantage to just do some crazy moves and try to just like hit somebody. So he gets like this crazy ground pound move to where he just claps his hands and he just goes like swings his arms like this, all full force. And this girl,
she's
right behind him.
She's just wrong end of that.
She's right behind him. All full force fatality. All of these teeth gone.
Holy
gone.
shit.
Her mouth bleeding, fucking face swollen, and she's still there. She went downstairs from where because the music was upstairs. We went downstairs where all the lounge area, kind of chill areas, and my friend Cedric, who's a vocalist for a band called Pulled Under Here, he's like trying to like cheer her up in the only way I can only describe it, the Cedric way, is just be like, is him showing all of his injuries that he's gotten from being in moshing and doing stupid shit. Because he's lost like all his teeth, like his top teeth, and like has scars and shit. He was like, look at this shit. I'm still going back up. And he's just like, and look at me. He was just trying to brighten up at the same time. He's like, man, I'm ugly as shit. And I'm like, and like, he's like, I love. And she's like, she's starting to get a little laughs out of it. And I'm just like, man. And she's actually like, she's super cool, like with what happened. Like after that day, she was in the moment. She was crying, but after that, this girl, I forgot her name. I've known her from like shows and seen her around. So I know she's very much a part of the community as anybody in it. So that's why, like, and she absolutely understands what happened, and it happens at shows, and that's why it's just part of it, and it just happens. So she didn't take it to any event. She didn't take it to like, fuck that or fuck DFW hardcore or fuck any of that. She was just like, this is just a part of it, and that's so you know what you're getting yourself into,
right?
And we all know
what you're signed up for, right?
Yeah. And she's like, I still see her, getting in pits to this day.
Holy crap!
And it's cool. It's cool to see that. I mean, it just really is. But yeah, that's what happened at that show. It was just crazy, and it was one of the craziest experiences. It hasn't even been a year. South by So What was last week. So yeah, it's been a year, and it was just. That show was insane.
All right, let's go back. We finished going back to the story. We finished middle school. You had your crazy rock and roll moment, and now you're transitioning to high school. What happened?
I started listening to some new music.
Okay.
I didn't get out of the thrash scene or any of that at all. I kind of just used that to influence like that new metalcore scene metal, and I try to like do a hybrid of those two things. And so me and Scott started this band called Rationalist, which was just like a really post-hardcore kind of like speed metal. Not speed metal, it's just fast, but it's like a post-hardcore, just hardcore kind of thing. And bands I could compare it to, they're like August Burns Red or something like that. But that was like what we kind of try to do. Him and a buddy of his named Josh, who I met through Scott, who ended up being our vocalist and shit, our screamer. So he did that. And so we all went to the studio in Keller, a buddy of ours named Johnny, and we went to record with him. We just decided to knock out like one track in one day, and we released it the next day.
God, wow, damn, that kind of seems very unheard of.
Yeah. Well, we like pretty much we spent the night there, and we're just like, we just want to like mix it, and we want to try to master it as much as possible, because at the time we didn't really care how it was gonna sound. We wanted to sound good, but. We know we're just gonna make it as best as we can.
Right.
And that's what we tried to do all night. So we did that. The song was called Diving Deeper, and I didn't write it. I wrote no, I didn't write it. Yeah. I wrote Scott wrote the guitar parts. Josh wrote we all did we all did what we had to do. I wrote the drums, Scott wrote the guitar, and Josh wrote the lyrics. And I think the song was just about about being straight edge and like not abstinence from sex or any of that. It's about like don't do drugs. And it was like I think I remember one of the lyrics being like, it was about like it was just like I guess hard drugs in general. I think one of the lyrics was just like, it's just not worth it. Just a bunch of cheap thrills that cost everything. And I was like,
Straight edge.
Yeah,
That's
super.
an interesting one. I've never had a rock and roll song. I've never heard of a rock and roll song be anti rock and roll.
Yeah, which was weird. I was like
super meta.
Yeah, and I was like, I was just like, I didn't know like
The lyrics didn't go with the song. The actual
the
like
way
the
not even that. It's just like I was just like, I didn't know at the time.
I didn't know I was writing. I didn't know I was writing a dare to be. It just a dare song.
Yeah,
a dare theme song.
Basically, yeah, no, I'm serious. No, yeah, no, yeah. But that's kind of, like, and after the song was released, I honestly didn't really pay attention to like what the lyrics were until like the song was out, and I kind of like then Josh made a lyric video that's still on YouTube today, and he made it, and I was like looking at the lyrics, I'm like, huh, like,
I could just imagine your fucking
what the
reaction.
fuck, like, no, it wasn't even a what the fuck moment because I didn't care, like I was like, you write what the fuck, and I was like, it was like when it comes to like lyric wise, it wasn't a bad song, and then even like musically. The song could have been better, like way better. But there's like parts where I'm just like, man, that's a cool riff, like do.
But was it more of a mastering thing than it was like a mixing thing than it was the song
really
itself?
Weird. It was the song itself because
okay.
I don't know, like Josh's singing style was very weird. We both were in choir, so that's another thing I'm gonna talk about in my 9th grade year too, because that's part of like early high school.
Okay.
He was in choir, so most like clean vocalist, like if you're not screaming, but like if you're in like that type of music, you know, your clean vocalist, like your style is more of like I wouldn't say, like more poppy, like you're just like
Patrick Stump type.
Early Patrick Stump.
Okay.
More like that, but like with metal music.
Okay.
But his was more like, yeah, like, you know, very like vibrato and you know, like singing like if he's in choir,
right?
Basically. And it is just like when
it didn't gel. It did not gel at all. I could imagine it wouldn't.
Not at all, because there's a part where it's just like a slower part in that song, and it's like dun, 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 dun. It's like it sounds like System of a Down, dude. It sounds like old like aerials, kind of like like more of like soft and you know like it's the loneliest day of my life. Like it sound like Lonely Day basically.
Okay.
Like almost like Lonely Day if you like listen to it.
Okay.
So. And so, like I said, it didn't gel really well. And that band, like for the most part, I mean, we released that song. Lambert joined in. We were planning to play a show, and we never ended up playing a show. That was just like we just released a song, and it was like pretty much over. But like that was with that band, and it did help me become like that's the first band I played drums in, and that's the first band I really like started playing like in general. Like, and I was like, I could really do this. And I asked for. I ended up at the end of that year. I ended up getting a drum set for like my birthday, and I still have that drum set to this day. That's
Damn.
Like, and so yeah, but
shout out to mom and dad.
Yeah, it was like $1,000.
Fuck.
I was like, I don't want anything for Christmas. I just want this. Like, I don't want anything for Christmas or my birthday. That's all I want. Like, you don't have to give me anything for the rest of the year. Like, just give me a drum set, please. And they ended up giving me one.
And then they still got you something for Christmas.
Not really.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Honestly, I can't really remember gifts. But yeah. But as a musician, growing like I did a lot of growing like my freshman year because after 7th grade with music like with guitar, I didn't do anything in the 8th grade. Didn't do any music besides the band because that's all I was focused on, like being a rock star. And
there's still a chance that you will be a rock star.
Yeah, I hope so.
Pretty sure.
I mean,
I remember like
I definitely do want to.
A lot of people aspire, like it's your middle school or early high school days. Everybody and the way you were talking, everything like that. Everyone thought that you were going to be like a legitimate, like signed rock star, sellout, mainstream type thing.
And I don't want to do that.
I want you to do that. I want you to be a fucking like. I want you to be on the level of I don't want to say this, but on the level of Fall Out Boy in terms of mainstream.
I hate Fall Out Boy, man.
Oh, fuck you.
Now I hate Fall Out Boy. I don't like any of the new stuff.
Well, I haven't
Save
heard...
Rock and Roll
Save Rock and Roll is the last album I've heard. I know they made another album since.
Yeah, I know, but the Save Rock and Roll did not save rock and roll at all.
That is true, but it was... I like that album. I still listen to it to this day.
I still listen to it
to this day.
4.
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
God damn.
Get the fuck out.
You're on my own show.
I'm just kidding.
I can't believe you, motherfucker.
No, yeah, no.
I love that.
And the thing is, like, I just saw
I hated the last two tracks.
What were the last two tracks?
Like the Courtney Loves track and there was
like Elton John had one.
The Elton John track. Yeah, those two tracks, hated
No,
them.
it had. I bought the album.
I bought the album too.
Yeah, I bought it off iTunes. I bought it off. I give iTunes this. Hold on. I bought in like the last like in like 2 years of my high school life, I bought like 250 songs off iTunes.
Okay.
And I regret all those songs.
Really? Why?
Because I don't listen to them anymore. I don't listen to the bands. I just don't. But anyway, like that's $250 I spent on fucking music.
That's weird.
When
I still listen to.
When nowadays, like I don't. All the bands that I listen to, like almost every band I listen to is just like, it's just free. That's why, like, I'll go to shows and I pay $5 maybe to see my favorite band play. It's just great. Okay. Man. But anyway, with Fall Out Boy, yeah, like that mainstream, like that's huge. Like that, I mean, I understand. Like I know what you mean though. Like
that's
that big. That's success.
Yeah.
But they only got that big because they did what they should have done. They did the right thing by not being a band, and everybody. I mean, I expected them to be 100 when they like were on the hiatus. I knew when they came back, they were probably gonna be like the biggest fucking band ever. Because when them coming back is a huge deal. It was a huge deal when they came back.
I thought for me, I thought that they were bigger before. Like, for me, they were what they. For me, their peak.
They were better before.
For me, their peak was in both creatively and commercially. Infinity on High. Yeah, they were there. That was probably their best album.
Yeah.
I can see that. Well,
Under the Cork
there can be an argument made for Infinity on High being their best album.
It was good. Okay, it was definitely really great. No,
and
really
in terms of just like the mass success, the mass commercial thing about like that Infinity on High tour, it that
blasted them like to the top.
to superstardom, right?
But the thing is, that's the reason when they left. There's like, what the fuck happened to Fall Out Boy? So in order for them to, they were like,
to return, yeah.
Like,
you said the whole thing was the hiatus was staged.
I feel like when I doubt it was. I know it wasn't staged, but I'm sure when they got back together, they knew that like when we come back, like we're not gonna be playing like House of Blues or like, you know, even like maybe like a 3,000 cap place. No, we're gonna be playing arenas and amphitheaters, and they do that. I just saw Fall Out Boy not even 2 years ago. I saw them with Paramore, and Paramore didn't end up playing because she was sick. But yeah, like that's how big and now they're like they're even bigger. They're playing like, I mean, they're huge. Like they're on TV and they're on. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how big they are.
Yeah. So I want that from you.
I mean, I would.
I don't. I mean, yeah, you can. You don't. I know. Yeah. You don't like to sell out.
Not even that. I mean,
seriously though,
I'd sell out. Fuck it. I'd like to like I would like to.
I mean, you can
do what I like and make a fuck ton of money off of it. But
no. But see, here's the thing. I think you can't have it both ways. I think
you can't. But I mean, I would like both. I would like either or. I don't care which one I would.
No,
have.
like I genuinely do believe you can have it both ways. You can be commercially successful and be artistic and be creative and have like the most legacy fucking songs ever, like Metallica, like a back catalog. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you can have good music. You can't. You just have to figure out how to compromise, like because you know when you're at that level, you know you can't necessarily just write your own music and then like fuck you producer. You're like, this is what I'm making. This is what I'm putting out.
That's why I like the fact that I when I like you said like fuck your producer, I'm my producer. I do my own stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the final say.